Hey guys, so today's video is going to finally be my foundation declutter video. This is insane for me, and I was just kind of looking at my foundations this morning and just seeing some that I can definitely get rid of. I'm not going to get rid of much because like this section right here is like a lot of my favorite foundations and it kind of varies as we go back. So I really wanted to do this just to make room, and I feel like this drawer can't handle that much more weight. And I have a lot of new foundations coming in, so I really need to go through this. It's really honestly about time, and I've kind of just put off doing this drawer. So we are going to tackle this bad boy today. So if you want to see me declutter and organize my foundations, then please keep on watching. So starting on the side right here, I have my Fenty Beauty foundation, which I will not be getting rid of. This is in the shade 170, and I love this foundation, especially for nights we're going somewhere, going to dinner, we have like a thing we're doing, like a wedding or something like that. I definitely love this one. This is the Kat Von D Lock-It foundation. This is pretty dang full coverage. I will be holding on to this simply because it is extreme full coverage. It's really kind of a unique foundation. I don't have anything that's like that. This is the number 7 Lift and Illuminate foundation. I can probably only use this a couple times out of the year because it's so luminous, but it's so pretty. So I'm gonna put this to the side and think about it because it just doesn't really seem right to hold on to something like this when my skin's so oily. And then next we have this Shea Moisture Weightless Shea Serum foundation. This is probably the worst thing I've ever tried. It has leaked all around the cap. I am just actually going to toss this because it's terrible. The whole inside of the bottle looks nasty, so I will be throwing this one away. And then we have the Sonia Kashuk Soft Focus Satin Matte Foundation, which I will be keeping. The plastic is still on it, and Sonia Kashuk doesn't make, I guess, makeup anymore. Since they don't make makeup anymore, I will be holding on to this, and it is satin matte, so I'm assuming I'm gonna like it, which kind of does suck, but I do want to use it. And moving on to this front part right here, I can pretty much already say I'm not gonna get rid of much out of here, probably nothing, because I like this specific one so much, but I will go through it. The first one we have right here is the Urban Decay All Nighter foundation. Again, it's kind of like the Fenty Beauty. This is one of those like special occasion foundations that I use. I have it in the shade 1.0. It does oxidize, so I did get it a little bit lighter. My pump is like all the way up here, so I have used quite a bit of it. And then next we have probably one of my most favorite foundations from the drugstore is the Physicians Formula, the Healthy Foundation. I have it in the shade LN3. I have used quite a bit. I mean, probably half the bottle, I'd have to say, and I love it. The packaging is beautiful, the finish is beautiful. I do have a review of this up on my channel, so definitely go check it out if you want some more information. Next, we have the Vitalist Healthy Elixir Foundation with vitamins. This isn't as luminizing as the number 7 one that I put aside, so I will probably end up keeping this one over the number 7. The number 7 one literally makes you look like very wet and luminized, and I just don't think, like I said, that's right for me. But this one is less than that, and it looks really pretty on the skin once I set it with powder and everything. The next one we have are 2 of these like dropper style foundations, and I love both, and they're both very similar to each other, but I do think I like the Catrice one more. This is the NYX Total Control Drop Foundation. I feel like with this guy though, the only thing that sucks is you have to use a lot of this product in here, and I feel like you can run out of it pretty quickly. I've used probably, I don't know, a third of the bottle, and the Catrice one, I feel like you don't have to use that much of the product. And so the next one is 13 milliliters. This is 30 milliliters. I was looking at the wrong number. So I prefer the Catrice one, but I am going to finish up the NYX one just because the NYX one is more expensive, but I will no longer repurchase the NYX, only the Catrice. And if you are wondering what shade I'm in Vanilla for the NYX and 030 Sand Beige for the Catrice. I know they just released new shades of this. When I bought this, there's only 4 shades, so that made it a little more difficult, but this one actually does match me pretty well. The next one I have right here is the Essence Fresh and Fit Awake Makeup Healthy Glow Foundation in the shade 10 Fresh Ivory. I have a whole video reviewing all new Essence products, including this and the primer and everything. This is another one of those foundations that I can get away with that are a little bit more luminizing. Definitely nothing close to the number 7 one though, so I will be keeping this one. One of my absolutely favorite foundations, and I literally don't know where I can buy it anymore. It's the Lala Fox Second Skin Foundation. I did a whole review over this. It is up on my channel already. I have it in the shade Petal Beige. I love this, and when it says second skin, it really does mean it. It's a beautiful kind of satin matte finish. Pulls a little more matte on me with the primers I do use, but if you know where to buy this, please let me know, because I used to be able to buy it at Walmart and I can't get it anymore. Next we have the Too Faced Born This Way foundation. I have it in the shade Pearl. This is a really nice foundation. It's kind of newer to me and I am just testing it out every so often, kind of formulating my opinion, but it does have a second skin like finish and I'm enjoying it every time I do use it. The next one I have right here is Revlon Color Stay Normal to Dry foundation, and I haven't used this one too much. I have it in the shade 130 Porcelain, so I kind of want to play around with this one just a little bit more since it's still kind of new to me. To be honest, I kind of forgot about it because it was mixed in between these. Then we have the LA Girl Pro Matte High Definition Longwear Matte Foundation. I do like this. When I did my review, I said it wasn't that matte, and I still agree with the claims because I have some other foundations that are a lot more matte. But this is a really good matte affordable drugstore foundation if that is what you're looking for, so I will be keeping this one. I do have this one in the shade 674 Natural. This is my tried and true Maybelline Dream Liquid Mousse Airbrush Finish foundation. I have in the shade 20 Classic Ivory. I've used so much of this. I know I only have a little bit left and I want to finish this before I buy a new one. This is probably the foundation that I reach for on an everyday basis when I need one. Then we have the oh so controversial Tarte Shape Tape Matte Foundation. I actually really enjoyed this foundation and I will be keeping it because I love the finish. It is very, very matte. This is a really great high-end matte foundation if you're looking for one, and it does really work very well with my oily skin. I have it in the shade Fair Light Neutral and it matches me perfectly. Then we have the Milani Conceal and Perfect Foundation in 01 Creamy Vanilla. This is way too dark for me and I really need to get a lighter shade. I just can't seem to remember to do that. So I need to pick up a lighter shade, but I actually really do enjoy this foundation. I didn't even know the cap was fixing to come off, but I really do enjoy it. I feel like it does oxidize, so I need to get a lighter shade. They do have, I think, maybe 3 or 4 lighter shades under this one now. This foundation right here, as you can tell, it's kind of been through the ringer. I feel like it looks pretty beat up. This is a CoverGirl Outlast Stay Fabulous foundation in the shade 810. I honestly I'm kind of torn between this. I feel like some days it looks weird on my skin, some days it looks good on my skin. I kind of want to use it like once or twice and then get rid of it. Kind of same with the Revlon foundation I was talking about. So I think I'm going to do that and then formulate my opinion. Then maybe it'll be in an empties video or products I regret buying. And then another great drugstore matte foundation is the Maybelline Matte and Poreless. I have it in the shade 120 Classic Ivory. We'll be keeping this one. Once again, it's a drugstore matte foundation. You can't have enough of these when it comes to my oily skin, so I will be keeping this. And then one of my probably up there favorite foundations, once again, is the Maybelline Superstay Better Skin Foundation. This has a skin-like finish also with a satin matte finish, depending on what primers you use. If you use like a luminizing one or a matte one like I do, you can definitely get different effects, but I'm halfway done with this bottle. I'm in the shade 20 Classic Ivory, and I will be finishing this and repurchasing it. I also love the concealer and the powder. The whole line is just great. And then lastly are my 2 Wet n Wild foundations. I have one in soft beige and one in nude ivory. Nude ivory is way too light, so I do mix these shades together and get my perfect match. I love these. I just used it the other day and got a beautiful matte finish, and I will be keeping these. So next is this middle compartment, and this middle compartment is like things that I love but don't hate and don't know what to do with them. So that's where these kind of sit, except these It Cosmetics ones. The only reason I have these in here is because it was easy to put them in here. I love these, so I will not be getting rid of these. I have one in the shade Fair and Light. I recently just purchased some matte ones, so expect a review video over that one very soon. But I will be keeping both of these. Now onto these cushion foundations right here. I will be keeping the cushion foundations. I actually just used the Maybelline Dream Cushion one yesterday and I love this one. I have it in the shade 15 Ivory. The Wet n Wild one, I don't know if you can buy this in stores anymore. I feel like I don't see it in stores now, and I have it in the shade 106A Light Ivory. And then the Lumi cushion, I don't know because I have the liquid Lumi foundation, so I really don't know which one to keep, and to be honest, I'll probably just keep the liquid one and get rid of the Lumi cushion, just because I feel like if I want something that's kind of more luminous, I feel like I'm going to be more prone to use the pump foundation one. So I'm going to put the Lumi one, the cushion one, aside. And then next we have the CoverGirl Clean 110 Classic Ivory liquid foundation. I used to use this in high school and I hate it now, so I'm just going to get rid of it. It literally, the smell, I have to smell it because the smell reminds me so much of when I used to get ready. It has that like powder smell, but it looks so bad on my skin. I don't know what I was like thinking when I was wearing this every single day, but it looks so bad, so I'm gonna get rid of it. And then the Revlon Color Stay Whipped Foundation, I don't know. You can't buy this at Ulta, so I know H-E-B has it because I bought it from H-E-B, so I don't know what to do with it. I think it's going to be another one of those I want to wait for a little bit and try it out some more. I have it in the shade 110 Ivory, so I think that's what I'm going to do. And then I have my two Rimmel foundations, which I love both of these so much. I've used quite a bit of the blue one, and I've used quite a bit of the red one actually. The blue one is the Match Perfection 24-Hour Moisture Pore Blurring Effect Foundation in 101 Classic Ivory. And then the red one is probably the most beautiful full coverage foundation I've tried from Rimmel. And this is their 25-Hour Comfort Serum Foundation in 100 Ivory. So I will be keeping both of these. You can still find Rimmel at Walmart, I believe. I know Ulta doesn't sell it anymore. H-E-B doesn't sell it. So I know you can still get it from like Walmart and Target. This one right here, I'm really torn on. This is an LA Girl Pro Coverage High Definition Longwear Luminizing Foundation. I've used quite a bit of it because I've tried to make it work, but a lot of people use this as a mixing foundation. I really am not one to mix foundation, so I think I'm just going to put this one to the side. It's really, honestly, a lot like the number 7. It's very illuminizing. And two foundations that I like that are definitely not as illuminizing as the other ones is the Neutrogena Hydro Boost Hydrating Tint. I love this guy for school. It's perfect. It's easy to use in the morning. I have it in the shade 10 Classic Ivory, and then I have the Maybelline Fit Me Dewy and Smooth Foundation in 120 Classic Ivory, which I also love. Probably is equal to the matte and poreless one. And then I have these two little guys. This is an NYC stick foundation. I love this, but you can't get NYC anymore, so there's no point of having it. And then I have this little trial size of the Makeup Forever Ultra HD foundation, which I have the big size up there that I need to try out, so I don't really see the point of keeping these two. And then lastly, back here in the back are like my squeezy tube foundations. This e.l.f. one I know I can get rid of. This is the BB cream. It's nasty, so I will be getting rid of it. This is the Almay Smart Shade. I will be getting rid of this. You had to use so much product out of this bottle to get good coverage, and I don't see the point of keeping it. Plus it's Almay, so it's a little bit more expensive. The CoverGirl Clean Matte I do like. This is for oily skin. I have it in the shade 510 Bare, so I will be keeping this one. As well as the Urban Decay Naked Skin One and Done. I have it in the shade Medium Light. This is kind of like the Hydro Boost tint. It's one of those kind of easy light coverage foundations you can just put on to even out your complexion. Cover up anything you kind of need or want to cover up. I have the L'Oreal Paris Infallible Total Coverage. I did a review with this and the sponges a long time ago, and I hate this foundation. It looks very dry on me, so I will be getting rid of this. And then I have the CoverGirl Ready Set Gorgeous in 110. This is another one of my favorite drugstore foundations. This has really great coverage, easy to use. I know it's pretty affordable. It is in the shade Creamy and Natural, so I will be keeping this. And it feels like there's not much product left, so I should be finishing it pretty soon. And then I have my two L'Oreals. This is the Pro Matte and the Pro Glow. We'll be keeping these. I have the Pro Matte in 102 Shell Beige and then the Pro Glow in 202 Creamy Natural. I don't know if I should keep this one or not. This is from the Shop Miss A line. It's the AOA Perfect BB Cream. I have it in the shade Fair. I don't really remember how I feel about this because I haven't used it in a long time, but I think I'm gonna keep it and try it for a little bit longer and then make my opinion. And then we have our last three things back here. These are the Flower Beauty BB creams. I will not get rid of these simply because you cannot buy these anymore. I don't know why Drew Barrymore would discontinue something this fantastic, but I have shade BB1 and BB2, and I will not get rid of them because I love them so much, and you can't buy them anymore, and it makes me so freaking sad. So I'm really hoping maybe they'll bring this back. If not, I will hold on to these. And then lastly, we have the e.l.f. Salicylic Acid Foundation. This is in the shade Porcelain. I just used this the other day actually and I liked it. It is a little bit oxidizing, so I will be keeping this one also. Okay, so these right here are all the foundations I'm going to be keeping. I know that's a lot. That is 30 right here I will be keeping, and then I will be keeping these back here also. That's just from my second little divider drawer. These I will be testing out some more, so I will put them separately. And then all of those back there I will be getting rid of. This includes the LA Girl Pro Glow, the Stick Foundations, Shea Moisture, CoverGirl Clean, L'Oreal Cushion, No. 7 Lift and Illuminate, L'Oreal Almay, and e.l.f. So I will be getting rid of that. And that was pretty good. That's kind of what I knew I wanted to get rid of when it came to this drawer. And then like I said, I will put these aside so I can try them, formulate an opinion in about a week or whatever, and then decide if I want to get rid of them. So now we're going to basically organize all this back into the drawers. Okay, so this is how the drawer looks now. I rearranged all my favorites over here. I have the 4 foundations I'm going to test out and figure out my opinion right here on the side. I have these more like kind of luminizing foundations, and then I have some of my bigger ones laying down. And then in the back, I have all of my squeezy tube foundations. So this looks a lot better than how it did, because how it did before was very unorganized. So I'm very happy with the outcome right here. I can still see everything. Everything's laid out and looks good. So that is going to be it for this video. I hope you guys did enjoy it. Thank you so much for watching. Definitely check out my other declutters. I do have a playlist of them. So I've done like blushes and eyeshadows and bronzers and all that fun stuff. So definitely go check it out. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe and I will see you guys later. Bye y'all.